Hey guys, it's Will the Aspie here. It's been quite a while since I made a video, and by quite a while I mean I don't know how many months. Kind of gave up on the channel a little bit, but kind of feel like making a video. So yeah, living with a disability is definitely something that is extremely difficult. If you guys don't know, I'm 19 years old, so most 19-year-olds are either in college or living in an apartment somewhere on their own, um, or something like that. And I'm still just living here at home. So this is my sister's old room, by the way. It's not my room. I do most of my stuff in this room because it's kind of just an empty room, good to make videos in. But I've made a few videos on this channel about addictions and this and that, maybe Asperger's related stuff. But I saw this question that just comes up on Google about how can autistic people love, or can people with Asperger's love? And the answer is yes. Um, I don't know why people would even ask that question. It's half the time people with Asperger's, you know, we're awkward. Let's just say that much. We're awkward. So we can have all the right ideas, but when it comes to actually doing stuff, like, we don't have very much confidence, a lot of us, people with Asperger's syndrome. Um, I don't, at least I don't. um, so yeah, people with Asperger's, they can love. They can. That's a no-brainer. I mean, it's absolutely possible. I mean, why wouldn't it be possible? It's like saying that gingers are this or that. I don't even know what people say about gingers, but they say stuff. Um, so let's you know talk about what girls think of people with disabilities, because girls pick up on a lot of stuff. They can pick up on tons of things. So there's these social cue things. Okay, girls, they know how to pick. Most of them know how to pick up the social cue stuff. So if you don't look at someone right, or if you keep looking away from them like this, which is not uncommon for people that have mild autism or Asperger's syndrome. They don't like that. They think that you're scared of them. They think maybe even you're weird. It's all about that first impression stuff, right? So if you have mild autism and or if you have Asperger's syndrome, and you try to leave a good impression, first impression, sometimes it doesn't matter, because the next few times you see that person, you're gonna still be nervous. Um, it seems like people with Asperger's and autism, they uh, they just have more anxiety and more depression problems than everyone else. And it doesn't matter how many times you go to talk to therapists and psychologists and this and that. It's really just down to you. Um, if you want to sit in your house and play video games all day because you're not a social person, I mean, that's one thing. But if you actually are trying to talk to people and you're not being successful, that's another thing. Um, like me, I was addicted to video games for over 5 years. It started with arcade games. I can never forget that. CrazyMonkeyGames.com. It was like 2010, 2011, something like that. I started playing video games, and way back then, I was still a little social. I still had friends, several friends back then. Um, but it just seems like it gets worse whenever you're in your teenage years. At least for me. Um, so this is just kind of a talk, I guess. This is how I kind of, can maybe relate to other people or something. Um, I don't do this for no reason, basically, is what I'm saying. Um, but if you've ever noticed that psychologists don't really help, um, just know that you're not alone, because I feel the same exact damn way. Excuse my language. Um, and I feel like if you're in your house all day playing video games, you can feel like you're in prison, but you're not. It's you can have the feeling that you're just like a prisoner to your house, your your video games or whatnot. A lot of people, they can go years without feeling this way. They can go years feeling fine, and then it just hits them. They're like, "What am I doing?" You know. And I had one of those kind of situations not too long ago, and it ended up that my gaming computer, the graphics card, if you guys know what all this stuff is, some of you do, some of you don't. My graphics card, the driver or something got corrupted. Some of the files got corrupted. I tried using driver. It's called DDU, device driver uninstaller, I think it's called. I used that, got rid of all the NVIDIA crap. I tried to go on NVIDIA's website, download new driver, did not work. And I can't download any new drivers whatsoever. So my computer is screwed. Haven't even gotten on my computer in days, and this it just brings opportunities to me, because if you can't play video games or you can't do the same old junk you've been doing for years, same old stupid behavior, uh, you're gonna want to do other things, or you're gonna want to do something that keeps you occupied. Um, so video games, I think, really are a trap, because they make you they they limit you. It's more of not what they make you do, or how they make you feel. Oh, that's another thing. If you can rage a lot in video games, I've noticed, and whenever you get real mad because you're getting killed by other players a lot, or you're not doing very good in any video game, you will get upset, and it's not good to get upset for no reason. So video games are just kind of a catalyst to make you feel bad, and to make you um, just not social. I mean, don't get me wrong, there is tons of other players on lots of video games that you can talk to and you can play with them, but you're not actually in real life. You're in a virtual thing. So it really doesn't matter if you're talking to someone on Discord. You're not actually with them in real life. I know it sounds old-fashioned, but same goes with texting. I feel like even though it's hard for me to call people, texting is kind of just a no emotion, just words on a screen. Doesn't mean much of anything. I mean, you can't hear what the person is, their tone of voice or anything. You just kind of are typing. Um, and I think that electronics and, computers and stuff, they are not good for society overall. I think there's way too many drawbacks, way too many flaws with computers and phones of modern day than there are um, anything. Because let's keep this in mind, you know, online buying of anything has put a lot of companies out of business. Just the other day I heard about Toys R Us. They're going out of business. Um, companies, actual brick and mortar stores and companies and stuff are going out of business because of the online buying of items. And I'm not going to say 90% of what is our goods are made in China, but a lot of our things that we can buy are made in China. I mean, the Chinese stuff, I've experienced a lot of, Chinese made products. a lot of the toys and stuff are fine and like stuff like that, but when it comes to actual like metal objects, tools and stuff like that, motorized bikes stuff, it's all crappy. It's all made with, poor tolerances, and it's made with poor quality metal. And there's chips of metal all over the threads of Chinese made stuff, and it's horrible. So, not bashing Chinese made stuff, but a lot of it is bad quality. Um, so, me, I still don't have a job. I've tried to get a job. I've made efforts to get a job, and it didn't go anywhere. Didn't go anywhere at all. So, I don't know. I feel like part of me wants to get a job, and part of me just wants to sit here all day and be what I've been doing last few years, and that's not getting me anywhere, really. I'm trying to get more into my hobbies and stuff at least, so I have something to do. Because let's keep this in mind: video games aren't a hobby. They can either be an addiction or just something you do. It's more of an addiction than anything. You know, More often than not, kids that are in high school or middle school and stuff, video games are fine, but if they're constantly playing video games, it's not good for them. It's not. Especially if you have a disability, like, you know, autism or something, or mild Asperger's syndrome, it's it's not good. I'll tell you that from experience. It's not good to keep playing video games whenever you could be doing other stuff. Because if, you know, Asperger's syndrome, it's a rare thing. They even say it's rare whenever you look it up on Google. So it should be rare. It is rare. So a lot of people don't understand people with Asperger's syndrome. And I feel quite betrayed by not only people my age, but also girls, because they don't understand why I act the way I do. They never did back then. I could have all the right intentions, but when it comes down to dating stuff and all that, it's a mess, and I don't want to mess with it anymore. Um, it's much easier just to sit in your house all day and not do anything but play video games and watch YouTube videos and not do much anything. It's a lot easier to do that than go to the store and apply for jobs. And, well, at least I've been trying to do some of my stuff with hobbies lately. You guys don't know, I scrap stuff, which means I take old, basically pieces of junk, take them and get some money for them. Take stuff apart, like old ovens and stuff, and microwaves and stuff like that. And I also take a lot of aluminum cans and take those and get some money. And I also have a car, so I can drive around, but I don't drive around a lot because of my anxiety. So, I guess the whole point of this rambling session is to kind of talk to you guys about it. How do you guys feel about your disability, whether it's autism or anything like that? Mild autism, Asperger's syndrome, even if you're bipolar or whatever they diagnose you with. How do you feel about that diagnosis, and how do you go about trying to have a better life? Because I feel like a lot of my motivation that I used to have is no longer there. I mean, I feel like it's just hard to find something to want to do better for. Um, I guess my mom is one of those factors, because my mom wants me to do better. My mom doesn't want me to sit here all day and not do anything. She wants me to do all the working and whatever else she wants me to do. You know how moms are, but um, that's pretty much it, guys. Just give me your thoughts and ideas about this whole, mental illness thing. Because I know I've put some videos out. This is really just rambling. This is really me just talking to you guys, or talking about stuff. Um, yeah, it's going on 15 minutes here, and if you've still been watching me ramble, that's crazy, and I congratulate you for that. But I'll see you guys later.